There we go. Awesome. So tonight we're going to talk about Kuan Yin, and Kuan Yin is what we call a Bodhisattva in East Asian Buddhism. She basically was a young girl who was a princess who she had a lot of compassion. As you see in the picture here, she's very beautiful, very regal. She's always seen on a white lotus, and that's part of our meditation that we will do tonight. She's sometimes seen with tigers or dragons because they're very powerful symbols as well. But I do the Inner Temple Mystery Schools with Rebecca Campbell, and she did a wonderful class on Kuan Yin. And I just wanted to share some of the things I learned from her class and some of the things that I've learned from my religious studies class. So if you want to relax and get comfortable, maybe have your journal out, your notebook, and just take a couple of notes of things that you may connect with in regards to Kuan Yin before we start the meditation. As always, I light a candle, and for tonight, I have a lotus white candle in front of me. If you would like to light a candle or grab any type of crystal or anything that you think will help you connect with your spirit guides tonight, please feel free to do that. Now, Kuan Yin, I chose her because she is the compassion goddess. She is the first Buddha, and as she was a young child, she suffered a lot. And many times when people suffer a lot, they turn to hurt other people because when hurt people. But she chose to be so much more. She was born Mao Shan, and she wanted to devote her life, even from at a young age of like 8 or 9, to the divine. And so her father punished her because he wanted her to marry and become the princess and continue their bloodline. And she refused to do it. Even as a child, she's like, "No, I want to devote my life to doing things for people." Well, he goes, "Well, if you want to do things for people, I'm going to put you with the palace workers and I'm going to make you work with them." And he abused her as much as he did them. But instead of causing her to resent the workers or resent other people, she took compassion on them. She loved the people that she worked with, and that really angered her father. So her father sent her to a convent and told the nuns there to work her as hard as she possibly could. And the nuns tried, but she ended up taking care of anyone who was sick, anyone who was needy, and they just couldn't do it. They just saw so much kindness and compassion in her, and her father was just like so mad because he couldn't break her spirit. So he ordered her to be killed. The universe intervened in so many ways to where the stories say that the tools broke when they were trying to kill her. Or other stories tell that a beautiful tiger spirited her away. And that's why a lot of times that you'll find a tiger with her. Well, as she went out into the world, she became known as Kuan Yin. And as I said, she became a Bodhisattva, which is an ordinary person who you can say takes vows to live according to Buddhist teachings. And they postpone their own enlightenment. They're beautiful, they're peaceful, they're compassionate, and they want to experience nirvana on earth. So they withhold, they postpone, they put off their enlightenment in order to alleviate the suffering of everyone. So they're very deeply compassionate figures, and they have a lot of similarity with saints in the Christian religion. Kuan Yin is seen as a champion of women's rights and the caretakers of mother and children. But her most important thing is that she believes in forgiveness. And she says that forgiveness is hard, and it's even harder when you need to forgive yourself. And forgiveness doesn't mean that you're letting yourself or anyone else bound with anything, but it's just a way of allowing yourself to feel the emotions. Because if you don't acknowledge the emotions, it becomes unhealthy. So Kuan Yin would say if anything made her upset, or if anyone tried to hurt her, she simply thought of them as a small baby before they became hurt. And then she could forgive them. And in regards to forgiving herself, because she had high standards, because many times you'll know that we tend to I think we're harder on ourselves than we are anybody else. So we hold ourselves to impossible standards. And she says that this is what we shouldn't do. We make mistakes, take responsibility, and learn, and don't punish yourself for things that you didn't know at the time. Buddha once was quoted as saying that you can search throughout the entire universe for someone who is more deserving of love and affection than you are yourself. And that person's not to be found anywhere. You, yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. So tonight, we are going to do a guided meditation to meet Kuan Yin. So what I am taught is that our body is our temple, and we are going to go into our inner temple. And within our inner temples, we have healing rooms and guiding rooms and forgiveness rooms. And tonight we are going into a quiet room for ourselves to release any type of forgiveness or any emotions that we have, just a relaxing room to help us move forward and find compassion for ourselves and others, just like Kuan Yin did. So let's go ahead and get comfortable. Allow your feet to come to the floor, uncross your feet and legs. If you're sitting up, if you want to lie down, that's okay as well. And just allow yourself to get comfortable. Take in a deep breath through your nose and relax. Exhale. Breathe in again and exhale. I want you to say a mantra to yourself as you begin to relax. Om Shanti. Om Shanti means peace. So Om Shanti, peace, peace be with me. As you breathe in peace, and as you exhale, release anything that doesn't resonate with the peace that you want to have within you. Breathe in and breathe out. I want you to begin to bring your energy to your body. Bring it inwards and bring your attention to your heart. You may want to place your hands on your heart if you wish. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. I would like for you to envision a beautiful white lotus flower extending from your heart. With each petal opening, just very slowly, you notice that there's a beautiful bright light coming from that beautiful lotus flower. You allow yourself to enter and follow this bright light. This beautiful light takes you to your inner temple. Tonight, your inner temple is a beautiful jade color. It is beautiful, welcoming, and relaxing. As you begin to walk up the steps of your inner temple, your soul greets you and asks you if you're ready to meet Kuan Yin and allow yourself to experience some compassion. You take your soul's hand, and they continue to walk up the steps with you. Steps 1, 2, 3, 4. As you reach the top of the temple, you notice the beautiful door that's made of jade as well, and you open it. And you enter a beautiful white room with the bright light of peace all around you. You stand there for a moment, taking in the peace, the beauty, breathing in and breathing out. Om Shanti, Om Peace. You notice in front of you that there are beautiful two white lotus flowers in the center of the room. Your soul walks you to one of them and you begin to sit down. You become so comfortable in this lotus flower. You notice how light you feel, how protected you feel, how loved you feel. You take a deep breath and you close your eyes for a moment and you just relax. When you open your eyes, you notice that there's a beautiful figure sitting next to you. Kuan Yin has come to speak with you. She looks at you, and her eyes are so full of peace and compassion. You can't help but smile at her. She asks you, what do you want to feel compassion for? Is it for yourself or for others? She asks you to close your eyes and feel the energy that she's sending you. As you breathe in, you feel the healing energy of Kuan Yin going straight to your heart chakra. She says, first, you must feel compassion before you can feel compassion for others. Ask yourself how you're being hard on yourself and why. You sit and you discuss with her how you're holding yourself captive to such high standards. She says it's time for you to forgive yourself and let yourself be human. She asks you to hold her hands, close your eyes, and as you breathe in, where in your body do you need her to send the healing energy of compassion to? Is it in your throat chakra? Or maybe you're not saying the most kindest words about yourself. Maybe is it in your mind where you think you're just not worthy? Is it in your heart? You can show so much love to others, but the love must come from you first. She asked, what would it feel like if you allowed yourself to make mistakes and forgive yourself like you do other people? She says she wants you just to feel the compassion that she's sending you from her and just allowing it to flow through your body to heal anything that you need to be healed and to allow your soul to grow. You feel the healing energy, you feel the compassion, and you feel the release. A wave of happiness and peace flows over you. You feel the beautiful lotus flower grow higher and taller, almost as if it is going to hug you. You look up and you see a beautiful tigress and her cubs coming towards you. They lie down at your feet, just enough to where you can pet them. They are showing you love, and they are accepting your love. Unconditional love. She asks you to sit there for a moment in this peace and think about one thing that you can do for yourself this week. One thing to show yourself compassion, to release some pressure, to forgive yourself for something in the past that you're still holding on to. Spend just a few moments thinking and speaking with Kuan Yin, allowing her to help heal and speak to you. As she looks you in the eye, you see the reflection of your soul coming back to you. You are healed, you are beautiful, and you are loved. You feel the bottomless compassion for yourself, and you surrender into the compassion. It feels so beautiful and so peaceful. Know that you can come back to this at any time that you wish, any time that you need just some love for yourself. Kuan Yin asks for you to hold out your hand. And she gives you a small gift. Take a moment to look at what this gift is. It's very simple, very petite, and it's something that she says will remind you to love yourself and to know that she is here with you. You both rise from the lotus flowers, and she gives you a hug goodbye. It's time for her to leave, and she begins to move away, and as she walks, she becomes smaller and smaller. You notice that the beautiful white room begins to get smaller and smaller as well, as your soul comes to guide you back down the steps of your inner temple. Your soul opens up the beautiful jade doors of your inner temple, and you feel the crispness and the peace. As you walk down each of the steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you begin to search for the light for your lotus. You walk towards the light and you notice that the flower begins to open. And as the flower opens, you are back in this room. You take just a few moments to feel your body moving. And then you take just a few moments to pick up your journal and write about your experience. Some of the things you may want to think about is, how did you feel when you met Kuan Yin? Where do you feel the compassion in your body? How did it feel to feel at peace? You may ask yourself, what would it feel like to choose to show yourself more compassion, or to let go of the perfection that we tend to put upon ourselves? You may choose to write a short letter to yourself to express some feelings that you may have come up to. Take a few moments to do this, and then if you feel ready to share, you can turn on your camera and raise your hand.